In recent weeks, there's been a lot of sad news out of the world of love, after lockup. First, Tracie Wagaman passed away following a lifelong battle against addiction. Shortly thereafter, Lil Season 1 star Alla Subbotina lost her life to an overdose. Perhaps it was inevitable that a show focusing on some of the most troubled and marginalized members of American society would feature so many tragic outcomes. There's an argument to be made about whether the fame and influx of cash that comes from reality TV money is a good or bad thing in the lives of these extremely vulnerable men and women. And obviously the answer to that question depends largely on each individual, really, and their situation. It's worth noting, however, that there's a remarkable low recidivism rate among the Love After Lockup cast. In fact, as the Starcasm reported this week, the list of Season 1 and 2 cast members who have wound up back behind bars is remarkably short. Take a look. Tony Wood. Season 1 Tony is likely one of the least sympathetic figures in the show's history. He repeatedly exploited and cheated on Angela, whose willingness to forgive and trust her pathologically disloyal partner earned a good deal of criticism from fans. As you may recall, Tony's first and, remarkably, only post-prison arrest was documented on the show. Tony was picked up for breaking his parole during his time on bail, but somehow, he hasn't been arrested since. Of course, Angela says he recently skipped town with her car and $4,000 in cash, so he might not be a free man for much longer. Lizzie comes. Season 1 Lizzie was open about exploiting Scott and other men that she met behind bars, but she eventually decided to leave the sugar daddy life behind her, and she landed a stable factory job shortly thereafter. Fans were overjoyed when she revealed that she had managed to beat the substance abuse issues that had caused the majority of her legal woes. Unfortunately, the period of stability didn't last very long. Though she's not in jail at the moment, Lizzie was arrested several more times as a result of a tumultuous relationship. She also admitted that she had lied to fans about getting sober. Here's hoping she can get back in the right path soon. Other than Alla, who was unfortunately arrested numerous times as a result of her fatal battle with substance abuse, the rest of the Season 1 cast have all managed to stay out of jail. So congratulations are in order for Garrett Tenner, Lamar Jackson and Dominic Dalla Nora, who is still married to wife Mary. In fact, the couple recently announced that Mary is pregnant with the couple's second child. Unfortunately, the Season 2 cast hasn't fared quite as well. Michael Simmons, Season 2, somehow, despite all the time he devoted to impregnating every woman east of the Mississippi, Michael was also able to find a place in his busy for his true love petty crime. He was arrested for felony drug possession in 2018, and as Starcasm notes, that brush with the law was sidestepped by producers, even though it happened while he was filming the show. Simmons was later picked up in Florida for felony child neglect, but amazingly, he's currently out of jail and off parole. Progress. Clint Brady, Season 2. Clint, whose divorce from Tracie Wagaman was finalized just weeks before her death, wasn't even one of the convicts on the show, but he's still got quite a rap sheet. He's been picked up for DWI several times, including one incident in which he crashed into a bunch of storage units and a freaking boat while hauling a trailer of Little Debbie snack cakes. Brady has been arrested several times since he began appearing on the show, but most of them were marijuana busts that did not result in any jail time. Matt Frazier, Season 2, and now we come to the man who has managed to rack up more arrests than anyone else in the illustrious history of Love After Lockup. Matt Frazier's relationship with the eternally optimistic Caitlyn didn't last very long, and she probably wasn't surprised to learn that their ex is currently serving 37 years behind bars on a number of charges, several of which are related to violent crime. Frazier was recently arrested following a home invasion, in which he pointed a gun at a mother and son while his partners ransacked the place. We don't think he'll be appearing on future seasons anytime soon. So the Season 2 cast has seen some dark times, but it's also the season that brought us the show's greatest success story. Brittany and Marcelino have welcomed two children together, and they recently purchased a $425,000 2791 square foot house near Las Vegas. The success story is particularly impressive given Brittany's horrific childhood and early adulthood. We look forward to seeing more of these two on future seasons of Life After Lockup.